Hi guys, so today it's gonna be our first time going to the Goodwill bins. So I packed my gloves because I've heard that you need these. Honestly, I'm a little nervous, mostly just because of the resellers, I guess, that they're kind of like very pushy and like over the aisles or the way. I'm like nervous about that. It is a weekday, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too busy for us. But yeah, I mean, we brought our bags, we got our gloves, so I think I'm gonna take you guys along with me and we will see how it is and what I can find. I'm looking forward to seeing what I could find. I think right now they said that their prices are like $3.90 a pound. Seems kind of high, but we'll see what we can find. Okay, and I'm not looking for anything like specific, mostly just things that I like or that I can see myself wearing. But specific things, I mean, maybe just like new things for spring and summer, but specific items I am not looking for right now. I'm just gonna kind of just go in and see what I can find, see what I like, because I'm kind of just trying to get, you know, into the bins and just seeing how it feels, the vibes in there, and we'll just go with the flow. So right, let's go. Okay, so right off the bat, I kind of just started looking. I just kind of found a bin and just started sorting through things, seeing what I could find, whatever fabrics catch my eye, whatever patterns, things like that. A lot of vintage like nightgowns I noticed, which was pretty cool to see. So I was looking at one there, but it wasn't anything too special. But yeah, I am really glad I brought the gloves. So I kind of am just like picking up things, looking at it. My husband recorded this clip of me. And I told him to be like nonchalant about it, because I've seen some people who say they don't like when you record in there. And then of course he, does this to me. But yeah. Okay, so, there was cold foam on my face. Well, we were at the bins for maybe an hour and a half. So basically what I did was I pretty much just went through all of the bins in there, and I just kind of pulled out stuff that I liked and I put it in my cart without really looking at it, mostly just paying attention to the fabric and if it had stains on it, and I would just put it in. And then we went around, and then they were starting to like put up like these barricades, like these yellow gates or these yellow fences. And I was like, what's going on? Because I didn't know that that's how they changed out the bins. So I asked this girl, I was like, what are they doing? Because my husband was on the complete other side of the this place, and then there was these gates, so like if I needed to get to him, I would not be able to. So that made me a little nervous. So I went and I asked the girl, I was like, well, I asked she was shopping. I think she was a Depop reseller over, because I was eavesdropping, but and then she's like, yeah, and also you can't bring your cart over. And I was like, oh, okay. So I put my cart to the side. But I mean, overall, it wasn't too overwhelming. People didn't really, when they brought the new bins out and people were looking, they all kind of stayed in like their own like little area. I mean, people would throw the clothes onto what you were looking at, but I mean, I kind of expected that. It wasn't too crazy. There was a lot of people, but it was definitely you were definitely able to look at everything that you wanted to look at. So, I mean, I thought that was good. Only thing that was kind of gross was one of the bins had like a soaking wet shirt in it. So that made everything else wet, and it smelled like mildew, which was pretty gross. I'm really glad I brought gloves. I wore gloves. A lot of people weren't wearing gloves, which was really kind of gross to me. But I also saw a pair of, it was either number 2 or period blood in a pair of underwear. And I don't think it was a stain. I think it was just on there. So why are people donating used underwear? Like, and why is Goodwill selling it? I don't get that. But overall, I would go back again. I did enjoy it. I found a lot of cute things, so I'll show you guys those later. Okay, so here I'm at my go-to thrift store. I've just been kind of, looking for some nice cute pants for work. So I'm just gonna go through these. I kind of just am looking for some things that are kind of like fun, like elevated basics in terms of like the silhouette, but things with like cool patterns or cool details. Like these jeans were really cute, but they were not my size, unfortunately, or I would have, at least tried them on. A lot of thrifting is just kind of going through the racks, but these jeans reminded me here of some I saw at Free People recently. They were not Free People. I got excited, but they looked just like the ones from Free People. I didn't end up taking them because they did feel really cheap, but I thought they were still kind of cool. And then I saw these like culotte type pants. They looked really cute and comfy. I should have tried them on, but I didn't. With these pants, I always find that they're a little too see-through for me. So I kind of just don't even try anymore, but I probably should have tried. Because I have been wanting some like this. And then here I'm just going to go through the dresses. This dress, white one right here, I have seen it at the thrift store for so long, and I cannot believe nobody has bought it yet. I wouldn't buy it because I personally just probably would never wear it, but it is so cute to me, and I can't believe it's still there because it's in perfect vintage condition. And then I found this plaid dress, which was super cute. And who remembers Candies? I loved this brand when I was in middle school. And then look what my husband brought me in this next clip. Look what he just brought me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna put our wedding picture in here. And now here I am just sorting through all of the dresses. Honestly, there was not really any dresses this time around. I found this one. It was really cute, but again, it was kind of just like unrealistic to thrift. I have nowhere I could wear it to. It was basically a prom dress, but it was really cute, and I did consider buying it, but my husband told me it looked like a middle school dance dress, so he de-influenced me on that one, so I did end up putting that one back. But yeah, the dresses in this store were not really hitting today, but I'm just gonna keep searching through to see what we can find. When I look for dresses lately, I am looking for things that usually have like short sleeves, or tank tops are okay, but I prefer things with short or long sleeves just because I feel like I find myself wearing them more often. I saw that cute one. I don't really remember it or why I didn't try it on. And I did see this little polka dot dress here, which I thought was really cute. It had like kind of like a peekaboo shoulder. Looking back, I don't know why I didn't try this on. Probably because it's black, and I just really don't like thrifting black items. I don't know why. I just never wear them. I buy them because they're cute, and I always end up donating them. But it was cute, and it was like that 90s like polyester slinky material, which I always just absolutely love, especially in a skirt or a dress. I do kind of regret not getting that one then. So I kind of just like to pull things out that kind of catch my eye, and I inspect them. I look at the tag, the condition, and then I think about it more, like, would I actually wear this? So So that one was a no. And I did see this one here that it was really similar to that last one I saw at that last thrift store. But this one I thought was so cute. Again, I wish I would have grabbed this. I don't know why I didn't, but it was definitely super cute. Maybe it was like gonna be too long. My face, I'm just like kind of thinking about it. And yeah, I did decide against it. I think it was Faded Glory, which was kind of cool. Kind of an old tag. And then I did pick up this vintage velvet tank top with dragonflies on it, which I thought was so pretty. And then these overalls were like a shiny material, which was kind of cool. They just really weren't my style, but I did then think that they were really cool, and I did consider getting them, but I just did not think they were my style. This is really similar to that tank top I bought, but it is a long sleeve. But that one I thought was so super pretty. I always love finding velvet, and I love this style of sweatshirt. I just think they are so darling and so cute. But that one did have quite a bit of stains, so I did have to leave that one behind. And then I found these cool like yellow suede pants, and then this jacket I almost got, but I just don't usually wear bright colors. I just don't think I would gravitate towards this in my closet. It was a perfect fit. If it was like a baby pink, definitely would have picked that up. Hello. Okay, so today's haul, well, this haul is going to be mostly just things that I found at the bins. And then also I did go to a thrift store after that, which you guys saw. And then also maybe just like a couple things that I've thrifted since the bins was the first thing, and then this is like from the bins now, probably about 2 to 3 weeks of thrifting. So I just wanted to show you guys what I have found so far for spring, things that I'll be wearing for spring and summer. But yeah, so first thing I got, I set my camera on the pile of things. Oh no. Okay, so first thing I got was, first thing I'm going to show was this little vintage dragonfly velvet tank top. I think this is so pretty. Only thing is I don't typically wear black, but I just thought it was too good to leave, so I'll try to wear it, and if I don't find myself wearing it, you'll probably see it on my Depop. I do sell on Depop, but I do not thrift to sell on Depop. I only sell clothes that, like my personal items that either don't fit me anymore, that I didn't find myself wearing anymore. They're all thrifted items, but I do not thrift to sell. I thrift for myself, and if it ends up being something that I don't enjoy wearing or find myself wearing a lot, I do transfer it to my Depop and I sell it there. And then if that doesn't sell, then I do donate everything back to the thrift store. But this might be one of those just because it is, you know, black. I don't usually wear black, but it's vintage timing. It's got a paper tag, so we'll see if I find myself wearing this. I'm gonna try, but we'll see. I think it's really cute for spring because of the dragonflies. Also, I live in Southern California. This is black velvet. I don't know how practical this is going to be, but we'll see. One is going to be these items here are going to be everything I found at the bins. So first I wanted to show this here, this little vintage nightgown. It has no tag, so I think it's vintage. Usually when something doesn't have a tag, it means it's handmade. Oh wait, I found a tag here. Let's see. Okay, it just says Danielle on it. So I don't know what that means, but hey. And then it does have like a little bow safety pin to it, what for this, I was thinking about turning this into like a tank top, just because there is like a stain right at the bottom, and I have so many vintage nightgowns that I rarely wear, so adding another one, I don't know, I think I am gonna just turn this into a nice tank top to wear like with denim shorts in the summer. But the embroidery on this is just so pretty. I'm obsessed with this. And then the bottom has the lace trim, so if I did turn it into a tank top, I would probably put that lace back to the bottom. We'll see if I ever get around to doing that, but that is my plans for this one. And then next here is something that when I first saw it in the bins, I thought that it was like a tablecloth, right? But it does have like, I can't tell if it's supposed to be like that or it's got some white and cream like discoloration in it. There's a stain on the back. I could definitely just use bleach to get that on, I'm sure. I honestly think this would do well with a bleach wash just because it is already white. And if I was just able to kind of make the white all one color, that would be nice. But so it came here, so we have a little, it's kind of like a baby doll top, huh? But this is definitely handmade. There is no tags whatsoever. There are a few imperfections on the seams. I assume this is the front, because there's like a line, like yeah, there's like a seam right here. So I think this is the front, so it's kind of like that. I think it's really pretty for summer, and that nice crochet. And then this did have an it also had, so before I mention the elastic, let me just show this part. It had a matching skirt with it. I believe it's a skirt because it had elastic at the top. The elastic, you know, after a while, vintage elastic tends to not be elastic anymore. So what I did was I just cut that elastic, and now I'm just going to use it as a drawstring, and it worked fine. But I do think I will probably change it to like maybe like a ribbon or even hem it so that it's my waist measurements. But I just think that this is really pretty. I'm looking at it some more. I did already wash this, but I do think that it needs to have a good wash with some bleach just to get a few of those stains out. But they're very minor stains. But this is something that I think is so pretty, and I am obsessed, and I'm so excited to wear this. Oh, some of the stains just look like a different colored thread, so I don't know, but we'll see. But you really can't tell on camera, maybe you can, that there are like variations in the shades of white, which I mean I think is okay. It kind of does give that vintage look. I could even probably dye it like with tea, so it's more meant to look that way, but I think I'd rather just have it all pure white. But I found those in the bins, and these were bins that were already like gone through and everything, because I had just went through those, and they were like the bins that were old, and nobody had taken those yet, so I was surprised about that, but also happy. So, and then this here, you won't believe me that this had a vintage tag on it, like a dead stock vintage tag, because I feel like since buying this, I've seen so many of this exact thing on like Shein. But I do think this is, it's like one of those mesh sheer ponchos. So I'm gonna be going on a cruise, and I am so excited. I'm definitely going to be bringing this. And the tag, it was so cool because it had like different ways you could wear it, and now I'm trying to like look it up. I can't find anything. But see, it says here 100% rayon, made in Indonesia, hand wash only. But yeah, this definitely, I know I've seen so many of these on Shein since buying these. Well, like not on Shein, but I've seen so many of these like on Pinterest since buying this, and it's gonna probably look like fast fashion. Sometimes vintage recreates fast fashion, but I know that it's not fast fashion, and it's pretty. So I'm excited to wear this. It's a beautiful color for summertime. And then, so this skirt here is a project. I picked it up at the bins because, you know, you pay by the pound, so I was okay with having a few projects. So it's this long maxi red plaid skirt, which I think is so cute for summer. But the buttons on it, I feel like are just kind of ugly. So I need to purchase some cute buttons and then reattach them, because these buttons are just not doing it for me. The skirt itself is, but the buttons, no. Great, I just found a huge stain on it. I don't know if that's just from it being in the hamper or what, but hopefully that comes out. I will be really sad if it doesn't. But this is a little vintage nightgown. There's like a yellow tint on it, but it has little ruffles at the end. And it has, what I like about it most is that this little like sweetheart seam here. And then also it has it has blue contrast stitching, which I thought was really pretty. This one is really comfortable as a nightgown because it is a little bigger on me. So I'm gonna keep this one as a nightgown because I enjoy sleeping in it. But that stain is concerning me now. Okay, and I did also pick up this 90s skirt this is for work, but I just think that this material, the 90s polyester skirts are the comfortable skirts ever. The material is really breathable. This is by Studio Petite but I really like the stitching on it. I think it's going to be really flattering and the good colors, so it'll really match beige, black, or blue, or even gray probably if I wear that. I'm always looking for new cute clothes for work, so I was happy to find this one. I did pick up these vintage Levi's. They're so wrinkly, I'm so sorry, oh my god. That's embarrassing, but they're gonna be like a more beige color. They have a kind of like a flared bootcut leg, not like crazy bootcut, but a little bit. And then it has the little patch on the back. And then it has this, oh, it does say it's bootcut, okay. I believe these are vintage, they might not be. I do think they are because I don't usually see tags like that on Levi's anymore. But if you know, let me know. Whether they are or not, I still like them, they're very comfortable. Alrighty, and I did pick up these cute little denim shorts. I love that they have like no pockets in the, I guess they kind of do, but not like a full pocket in the back. These are vintage SO. I feel like I wore this brand a lot as a kid in the 2000s, but it's probably like they're probably from like Kohl's or Kmart. But I really like the style of these for sure. And I do not need another pair of denim shorts. I'm wearing some as we speak, but here's yet another one that I found. I need to go through them. But these ones I think are just so pretty. They have the little gold buttons and then like some more buttons here. I love the front pocket details on these. Inside they have a little pattern as well, which is always fun. I think one S1, I don't know what that brand is, but then the back is really cute. I love the pockets on the back too. I don't know, I feel like they're so similar to the last ones I just showed, except that they have the back pockets on the back. But I don't know, I just really like little details on these. And I like the shorts I'm wearing right now, if you see, but they're honestly just kind of like a little bit too blue. I kind of like this more like this grayish blue color. I don't know. Okay, and I also picked up this cute little Urban Outfitters baby doll dress. This is completely sheer, so I think it'll be nice in the summer with like a sports bra underneath and then some shorts. But it'll be definitely good for the summer. I love Urban Outfitters, even though they're so expensive. So whenever I can find them at the thrift store, I like to find them at the thrift store because they always have cute things, but the prices are just a little too much. Okay, and this one's kind of like random, and I'm hoping I do wear this because I do like it. I just don't know if it fits really within my style. But this is a little, I wouldn't say little, maybe not, but a cute like Hawaiian shirt. The thing I like about this one is actually the pattern. I just feel like it's really like muted and calm, whereas other ones tend to be very bright and busy. But I really like this one. Again, I am going on a cruise, so I think it'd be fun to wear something like this on a cruise. But yeah, I do like this one. And then also I like the material of it compared to other shirts. This one feels like, I don't know, you can just like tell that it's the pattern is like woven versus just printed on, which I like. And then one thing I always love to find is pieces that are definitely vintage. Actually, this one, no, I don't know about it after looking at it. Okay, I thought this was vintage when I bought it, but now that I'm looking at it, it might not be. But we'll just, for fun, say it is. This shirt I think is cute because I see this style everywhere and it's really pretty. I'm just tying up the little ribbons here. I see this style everywhere and it's really pretty. Good for summer too. It has that tie detail in the front with some lace here, the back. I don't know, I just think this one is really cute, like with a long maxi skirt. I think it would be really pretty. I do think it is a little small for me. I'm gonna have to try it on again to see. But this one I really like. Okay, so I also got this little, like, it's like a tank top plus poncho in one. I love the colors on this, the lace. It was really comfortable. I think that this is Celine by Champion. So I don't know if Champion, if that's like the Champion, like the athletic wear brand that made this or what, but this was really cute. I just actually got this today. And another thing that I got today was this Aerie skirt. So this skirt in particular, I did actually see at the Aerie store. I love Aerie. I think that their workout wear is just the most comfortable. But I saw this skirt on clearance at Aerie one time, but it wasn't in my size. And I was so sad because I love the gold glitter on it. This, I found it at their store today in my size. So I am so happy about this. And then this is one of those things that I regret picking up at the thrift store today. These are some like True Religion little capri sweatpants. I think that they're really cute, but they're just honestly too small for me. So that, I mean, they are my size, but I prefer sweatpants to be a little bit more of an oversized look. They are really cute though. These I'm probably just gonna return back to Goodwill because they were $10. So I could probably return them and get a store credit for $10 and find something that I like better than these. So, I mean, I think that they're cute and I would definitely wear them if they were maybe like a large or extra large, but they're definitely a little too small they don't give the right look that I am going for. But yeah. And I do have one non-clothing item to show you guys today, and that is this beautiful frame with Mickey and Minnie getting married, and I put our photo in here. We do have wedding photos, but we have yet to get them printed. So once I get those printed, one of them is going to be going in here because this is just the most beautiful frame I've ever seen, and it was at Goodwill for only $3.99. My husband actually found this for me while I was looking through the clothes, so I was so excited. It needs a good clean still. I did try, but I definitely need to get in there a little better. But I am absolutely obsessed with this frame here. Okay, so that is all for today. That is all of the items that I have thrifted in the last couple weeks for spring. If you let me know which one was your favorite item, and if you have ever been to the Goodwill bins before, what were your thoughts about it? Honestly, it really wasn't that crazy. I would definitely go again. Definitely, if you do go, make sure you bring gloves because I did find some quite disturbing things in the bins on my first time. So we'll see what happens next. But yeah, I'll probably go again. I did really like the prices. You know, I got handmade crochet items for under $3, which feels, I mean, all the work that went into this, I kind of feel bad about it. But I'm gonna wear it and I'm gonna love it. So, but yeah, Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed to the end, I really appreciate it. I do videos like this. I love thrifting. I make also Disneyland vlogs occasionally when we go, but I love thrifting, shopping. Yeah, so if you're into that, give me a subscribe. I'm trying to make more videos coming up. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.